Hey, welcome. Good morning. I'm trying to do an analysis of what's going on in the first hour of trading. It gives me a bit of perspective on how stocks are looking for the week. I'm looking for a bit of a pause in the activity from yesterday that you might say was a bit, related to the rebalancing from the end of quarter and quadruple witching or triple witching, whatever it was. I still think it's going to take 2 or 3 days to settle. I think the stock market is probably going to head down um, toward the beginning of April. So I posted an emergency meeting last night to tell you it's probably a good idea to start thinking that before the FOMO, you know, gets to you and stocks get overbought and makes the downside just terrible. All right, let's look at some watch lists. Okay, one of the stocks that I found interesting was Citi. Citi seems to be the healthiest stocks of some of the stocks on my watch list, indicating that not only did it go up yesterday, but it seemed to stay toward the top in terms of what momentum is. It is floating above the medium term average. I like that. And as you can see, it's floated between 84 and down here. It's a two-legged drop. Um, People will be paying attention to the gap, and then I drew up some ranges where I think the stock can go. The curling toward the upside is a good sign if you're bullish. I think this is a place where stocks can catch their breath, though. As you can see, the candle's very small compared to yesterday. Let's take a look at a chart from 10 days. It's always a good thing as well. So I'm looking at activity like we said over the past couple of days. From today is the 25th, this is about the 19th. So in the past week, the stock has hovered and ranged from 71 to 72, then 72 to 73. Now it's ranging 73 to 74. Um, my concern with other stocks is this support level wasn't holding yesterday for many stocks, but like I said, Citi was healthy. Um, this is the 1 minute chart. That's a bit convoluted. Uh, if I do go to the 10 day, I go to the 10 day and I go to the 10 minute. Give me an idea of where we are. So the first candle for today on the 10 minute, if I'm not mistaken, had a candle. I don't like candles, to be fair. Wicks, I'm sorry. Wick means it's pretty happy with its pace of growth for today, but that's it. Uh, a wick indicates a pause, and all right. So let's see what's going on here. I'm trying to drag the chart over. It's, it's got to cooperate. There it is. Okay. Um, there we go. All right, so it's dragging up. This is the wick in question. That's the wick in question. I don't like that, but that's okay. It's recognizing a new range. It was curling down. Looks like yesterday toward the end of the day a little bit, but above the red. That's still above the red. That's still good. So enough. Citi's good. Um, the next slide. Let's look at another. Let's look at another stock I like. All right, so I'm looking at a watch list and I'm going to sort it by change percent. I sorted a couple of ways. You can sort it alphabetically. Last price tells me what the heavy hitters are doing. On this watch list, I've got Goldman Sachs, about flat, Asbury Automotive Group, about flat, Idonation, Penske Auto Group. I call those value stocks. Penny Mac, Whirlpool, Amen, Toro Company, mostly flat. Values mostly flat. What does that tell me? Not much. So to the top side, said we sorted by price, sort by change in dollars. Biggest one was Goldman Sachs. We can sort by percent. Not a lot of movement on that watch list. So we go on to the next one. Again, what we are doing here, to recap, we're looking at the big movers at the beginning of the day in the first hour of trading on Tuesday, March 25th. This is not financial advice, this is education. How to use a watch list. We're sorting alphabetically. By sorting alphabetically, I'm getting the indexes pretty quickly. The Dow Jones is pretty flat. Mid caps are flat, but better than the Dow. NASDAQ is flat, not as good as the Dow. New York Stock Exchange Composite. S&P 100 is flat. Russell's flat. Apple's going up a little bit. And so on. Okay. There's the Citigroup we were talking about. Everything is pretty flat, okay? So nothing too intriguing as far as I can tell. When you sort by name, you get an idea of what the index is doing. Then by change percent, a couple penny stocks like Funware doing good today. Gold miners doing okay. This is a penny stock. AT&T is doing okay today. Albemarle's lithium for EVs. API is oil. Workday, as you know, is software. It's close to the bottom of their yearly range, according to people. Things pretty chill today. They were pretty growth oriented, weren't they, yesterday in terms of momentum? They were on the upside. Again, I'm just sorting through a bunch of watch lists that I have. See if there's any outliers. Predictive oncology, 62% in the positive. But we're sorting by symbol first. The KBW NASDAQ Bank Index flat. AES is one of my companies I own. Full disclosure, it's down a little bit. So you can always edit your watch list as well. Which, just to say, if you're no longer following a stock, you can remove it. So for you IT geeks out there, if you do have missing value or a dash or whatever, it interferes with your presentation. So on the way up, we've got gold miners, NUGT. It's a Direxion company. Is kind of a fund tracking gold miners, and it's the 2-time ETF. Microsoft is doing pretty good today with an increase of 1%. Platinum, Newmont Gold, T, Barrick Gold, Hecla Mining. Schwab flat, BTI flat. Okay, so Microsoft might stand out to me there. Workday stands out a little bit to me. Next watch list is mostly IT stocks. And again, if we sort them by symbol, the S&P 500 is flat to going down a little bit. The volatility index is going down a little bit. Apple's flat. Adobe's close to making 1% move. Autodesk doing pretty good. So let's look for any outliers by sorting by change percent. On the positive side, TripAdvisor. Not a lot of outliers here. Um, to the top side, on the way down, we'll look at the other ones, meaning the ones on the bottom that are out of range on the bottom. But let's look for those that are trying to go up. We got gold. PagerDuty, South American telephones, Fortinet, Forrester. I forget what Forrester is. We'll check it out another time. Meta, Netflix, Disney. Nothing unusual, but there's nothing indicating that they're going down today. They're kind of pausing. I got a watch list that focuses on the petroleum industry. So petroleum is defined as having kind of upstream and midstream. Kind of upstream, they go out and mine it. Okay, Occidental is the top of the list. So oil's doing good today. Good to know. Oil. Midstream is they distribute it, so they might just distribute the oil, buy the oil from Chevron and distribute it like your local mom and pop gas station. So you'll do the research, but it looks like a good day today. Um, so what we've gleaned today really so far is the only ones that are moving our energy, but oil energy. We haven't looked at electric utilities. Nothing here too much on this one. All right, well, let's look at those lithium stocks that are kind of related to energy, but I meant energy for utility. Standard Lithium, Albemarle, okay. They're tending higher. All right, we got a couple more watch lists to go. Just see if anything stands out. Right now, nothing's standing out. That's good. Calm day. Again, gold, Fortinet. Don't remember what that is. Calvista's oil. All right, nothing too fancy. Now I got one that's going to be loaded with indexes from transportation to you name it. All right, so let's do them one at a time. The Dow, flat. I don't know why I have on there twice. Dow Jones Transportation, flat. The NASDAQ 100, flat. OEX, the S&P 100, flat. S&P 500, index, flat. Near-term volatility, going down a little bit. Amazon VIX, going down. So that might be inversely correlated with Amazon. So we'll check that Amazon soon. Got Apple's flat. AES, which I love, is down. AMD's down a little bit. Amgen's down. Amazon's going up a little. That's what we were wondering. So as far as the indexes, we got some gold. We got some bond companies. We got Fidelity's consumer staples. Falling dollar. Google, flat. Hecla Silver Mining is up. Okay. Again, we're not really gleaning much from there. There's no massive movers. I will double check actually by sorting by change percent. It's just comparing the closing price yesterday with today. Again, gold, Wynn Resorts went up. That's an interesting one. So, might look at Wynn Resorts a little later. That's what we're looking for, an outlier. All right. Almost done. Just a couple more here. We also have to look at utilities, we said. Penny stocks on the move, up by 30%. Not much to talk about here. Pharmaceuticals is another one. So I've got a couple watch lists dedicated to specific sectors. We said the oils one. This is pharmaceuticals. And as far as pharmaceuticals, it's looking fairly flat, calm. Abbott, Johnson and Johnson. Um, AbbVie's cooling off. AbbVie's been on a run for a couple weeks. That's the one I was looking for just now. And catching its breath. Okay, so the next watch list that we will look at do have some more diversity in terms of energy and utilities. We're going to look at a few that are related to data center power. Tesla's retreating. I don't trade wild and crazy politically shameful stocks because they don't necessarily allow for good analysis, do they? All right, we got this is a generic one. Again, we don't see a lot. We said we're looking for some utilities. Sorry about that. I didn't remember that was on this stock watch list. So let's take a quick peek at this one. But so far things are pretty dull. Gold, silver, gold miners. Southern Copper, Alcoa are all recovering a little bit. There it is, solar. That's the one I was talking about. Solar energy, fairly flat today. A couple lithium stocks flat. Solar Edge. Copper. All right, that's it. Didn't find anything too dramatic. Maybe Vistra is one that I've been tracking. It's very volatile, up and down. We'll look at the list again at lunchtime. Yeah, almost forgot. We are looking at those that went in the down direction by considerable amounts. Vistra Energy for me is one of those. That's good for me because I'm bullish on that. Long run, I'll pick some up. Marathon Homes, Home Builders, Walmart. I'll say anything over 3% is a big move. So Vistra's on my watch list. We said Wynn Hotels was on my watch list. Um, So this time I just click on the change percent again, and instead of sorting, in ascending order, it's going to sort it in descending order. Takes a couple times for whatever reason on this platform. Vistra, love it, love it. I love to hear that. I love to hear when a stock that I'm bullish on goes down because I'm going to pick it up in the long run. We're not going to be in contraction much longer, hopefully, but we might be. All right, we got KB Homes getting hammered. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. KB Homes. So what we're doing is we're gonna write down sloping KB Homes, and we got Vistra. We got up, sloping, wind. That's the only one we really have. All right. So far, uh, let's go back to the watch list chart, please. Did we get KB Homes? Yeah, great. This next watch list I call default. It's got a lot of everything in it. Pharmaceuticals. 1 point, I had an expected move watch list, meaning it had some volatility in the weeks leading up to it. So when volatility is big, the expected move is big. Bloody hell, nothing is really moving dramatically. Virgin Galactic getting smashed. Too small of a company for me to worry about. Seagate Technology, that's unusual. Why is that getting clamped down? Micron's down. Aurora Cannabis is down. AbbVie's starting to go down. Oh man, we might have to turn this ship around soon. We got to look at what's going on. What's going on is everything's starting to go down a little bit. Um. Okay. AbbVie stands out to me because I've been looking at that stock daily for about a month because it's something that I thought I could skip because after earnings or at some point there was some news about it and went and shut up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9%. Said I'm going to catch it on the way down. It never went down. So now I know that's a monster stock that ain't going down until the roof caves in all over the place in an earthquake. Then you know, well, we are worried a little bit. It's gone down. AES going down, Walmart going down, utilities going down. There's a lot of stuff going down. Nvidia going down, biotech going down. Next era we like that's going down. Microchips. Okay. Staples going down. Solar Edge going down. State. Okay. Something's happening. So we're going to turn the ship around soon. Because this is kind of important. Sometimes things get a little wacky in the first hour of trading, particularly after we just went through massive expiration of the options for the quarter, but I wasn't expecting anything too dramatic. Um, this late in the game, I was like, if we're gonna have some drama, it's gonna be a gap down, or like yesterday in the first half an hour, we knew that we knew that we were in a move we probably were going to miss because it was all this organized buying, automated buying at specific prices on the way up. It was just obvious everybody was trying to catch a ride. Okay, Marathon Homes. All right, still nothing to write home about. It's just definitely negative. Definitely negative. I'm really just looking for the big ones. This is one that I don't use as much anymore, and it is capturing daily miners bears getting smacked. Okay, no big deal. Looking for stocks that are going down pretty hard. And we've decided today is turning into one of those potentially negative days. So we said Seagate we got to look at. There's the utilities. That's going down. Oh my goodness. Is oil holding up? Oil's probably holding up. If oil's holding up, that's good. If it's turning around, I'm not so happy. Um, Oil's holding up. Oil's holding up. Probably gonna need a cup of coffee soon here. Hang in there. A lot of penny stocks on this one. Again, not too many outliers, but the tone seems to be changing, so we're gonna have to be on our toes now. We're gonna be on our toes, okay? Because sometimes at the end of the first hour, the exact opposite of what happened is going to happen. So we may be in for a bit of a drop. And for me, the signal was again AbbVie. It was down one, and it's down two, so something's happening. People are moving to cash, otherwise they wouldn't be doing that. They're moving to cash. Western Digital getting hit, Seagate getting hit. So I will add those to my watch list because I'm a perennial bear or bear or bull when it comes to semis because I love semis. I've been studying them for a long time. I can't get enough of them. Anything else? All right. So we're approaching the end of this presentation. You've been very patient. All we're looking for is outliers to the upside and the bottom side. It's a nice way to catch your breath while you're analyzing where to go. We started the day about 25, 30 minutes ago looking at the so-called value stocks. And those so-called value stocks we looked at on the way up. Now let's go back to it and look on the way down. And I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of fun. Having a lot of fun with y'all. We will look at these charts in depth at lunchtime. Right now, we were just trying to spot. Should our focus be on anything in particular that we may be missing? And no. Okay? Um, See you in a bit.